What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and today we are going to be diving into Carson Vinson, the rookie left tackle out of Alabama A&M. And I'll warn you right now, this is going to be a lot of technical talk, a lot of diving in deep on certain snaps. So buckle in. If you guys love O-line talk, if you're looking forward to do this, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, and drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of Carson Vinson's debut. All expectations in. I was expecting some struggles, and that's what we saw, but we also saw a ton of flashes, and I can't wait to kind of break down why I'm so excited about this young man. Specifically, some of the things I'll talk about: his quickness, his feet and pass protection, a lot of the stuff that I find it a little bit harder to develop all looks pretty strong. Got to work on hand placement, got to work on creation of leverage, getting those inside hands, those little pieces. That's all going to come with time, and I'm super excited for him to be working with George Warhop. As always, our O-line videos are brought to you by One Bone, sponsor of this channel. I have a bullet tee and a split hem tee in just about every color. Get over there, get your own. Use promo code ColeJackson15. One Bone is proud sponsor of O-Line Masterminds. O-Line players love their clothing, big and tall wear. Let's get into it here. So we're going to be focusing on pass protection first. And again, one of the things that I was really excited about was how quick his feet were, how well he moved his feet. I found he processed quite well. It's just sloppy hands a little bit. And that's really where he's going to have to focus. So let's run through these plays. Let's dive into it. So we're going to start here, getting into that vertical set. And so here you're going to see kind of what I mean. So off the snap, see how quickly he's jumping that snap. I think that's one thing that I loved. You guys hear me harp on this all the time. Get off the ball. And I thought he did this I thought he did this extremely well. Now, he's got a 4-tech across from him, and then he's obviously got a wide. And so what I'd like to see him do, and I saw this a lot when he was at Alabama A&M, is trust his athleticism. So when he's going to vert set, I want to see him go that way. And I found one thing he did a lot was drop that that outside foot. And so you're going to see what I mean here. So here we're going to take that vert step back, and then you see how we start to narrow in. So right here, he starts to kind of backpedal. I'd like to see him stay wide. And he is right here. He's going to wind his hands up. So as he's going to wind those hands up, and when he does that and he's late, you can see the defensive end gets his hands in. We got our hands wide. We do have them low. I think he landed them well there, but he landed late. So he gives up his chest. And the reason I want to see him maintain this back foot, you can see how he's opened that short corner opportunity. If he stays a little bit wider, keeps this foot outside, he's going to be a little bit more square. Now, this was a pretty deep drop by the quarterback, so that's part of the reason I want to see him stay wider. And if the step was a little bit more up, then whatever, drop that foot, not a big deal, because you can just run him around the back of the pocket. And so you're going to see as he loses that leverage, he's going to recover pretty well. Doesn't give up any pressure on this play. It's just one of those technical things where I don't want to see him wind his hands up like that, because he gives up his chest, and you can kind of see right at this point. See, he's going to be late with his hands and give up that chest. That creates that leverage opportunity for an up and over by the defensive end, which he does right there. Now, again, good recovery. You can see him kind of wrap that arm. Not quite a hold. A little close, but just one of those things that he needs to clean up. You're going to see that pretty consistently through these reps. See, we're out in space again. Kind of the same idea. This was that play where Samac and Cleveland really messed up the stunt. So you're going to see, again, we're out, moving out. And again, we're dropping that foot a little bit inside. I'd like to stay a little bit more square. It's not as bad as the last rep, but again, we're a little late with our hands, and we've given up our chest. So again, we have that hand outside. It's kind of at his elbow. We want to land that inside on the chest plate, and right there, he's going to give up that leverage point, and the defensive end does pretty much the same thing. So the defensive end is going to get to the chest first. He's going to use his outside right hand to push down, and then bring that left hand up and over right there. And so that's something that just is happening pretty consistently. He's landing his hip punch late. He's just got to get that cleaned up. Here we're going to get another pass rep from Vinson, and we're just going to miss. And so again, like, it's his feet look good. Like, we're off the ball. We look good. It's just we got to hit our hands a little bit quicker. So as that's going to come, 55 gave him a nightmare. So he's just going to miss those hands. Ball comes out. Hell of a throw by Larry. Good God. So right there, he's going to kind of give up that inside move. And so that's, again, just hand timing. I think he was so focused on protecting that vert step. Again, a lot of that comes down to trusting your athleticism. He is athletic. He has good feet. Trust it. You know, let the play come to you. Don't chase, because when you chase, you get stuck. Keep rolling here. Like this play here, really shows his recovery, his footwork and recovery. So he's going to get out. He's going to miss his hands, but you see how he runs him around the pocket, and that creates that scramble lane. So I think he does that really well. Again, I'd rather have to work on a guy's hands than work on their feet. I feel really good about his feet. Right here, you're going to see good refits. I like this. So the tight end's going to give a little bit of a chip on 55 right there. And you see right here, I found he trusted his athleticism. He didn't get too narrow. See, we got that nice wide base. Our hands are coming out early. He takes advantage of that chip because 55 had to navigate that. Now that he's coming, we get our hands. He's going to swipe your hands away, and then you're going to see a nice refit right there. Refit, and look at him move with him. It just looks like a power forward playing defense on the post. That's what we want to see from him. Right here. Again, look how quick he is off the ball. God, I love it. Right there. Good hand placement there. So you can see the difference. He's landing, using his reach. He does wind up. I hate that wind up. But he does wind up, but he lands his hands first. And you can see the difference with those other snaps. Again, that foot's dropping a little bit. I don't mind it as much. Again, the quarterback has a shorter drop here. On that one play we looked at, he would have been an extra step back, which creates that short corner opportunity. We are protecting that edge a little bit better, but I don't want that foot dropped. I want it to be more, if he's going to turn sideways, you know, keep it perpendicular. Is it perpendicular? Perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. But overall, this really shows his athleticism and his footwork. See right there, he just continues to move with them. So that's him trusting his athleticism. That's what I just want to see more consistent. Get out in pass pro here. Again, just looking good. Like that. These are really solid reps. I feel really good about what we're seeing here. Love how quick he's off the ball. And again, when he lands his hands, when he's first hands on, use that length, use that footwork. I think that's really what the key is for Carson Vinson. Same thing here, throwing him out the back of the pocket. Love this. Like, this is really solid stuff. And to be completely honest, these reps are mostly in chronological order. So you can really see how he got more comfortable as the game went on. And this is really what we want to see right here. Lean on him, push him out the back of the pocket. He's dictating the reps here. He's not reacting like he was earlier. Get out pass pro again. Pick up that stunt. I like this play as well. Dellinger and him did a really good job. He's going to get that inside hand refit. You see Dellinger pass off and pick up the looper. Ends up going to Samac, but he saw it. I think this is that. Oh, I cut off the catch. That was a really nice catch by LeJontay Wester. Sorry about that. We can't give wide receivers love on the O-line channel. Now I believe we get into the run game, and a lot of it's similar. A lot of it's hand placement, a lot of it's leverage creation. But again, he has the athleticism, especially on combo blocks when he gets out in space. A lot of the little things that I think really show how he's going to fit in this offense. He's a left tackle that they would want in a Todd Monken scheme. He's highly athletic. He gets out in space well. A lot of the things that the Ravens utilize Ronnie Stanley for in the run game, you can see how Carson Vinson can get there if he can clean up some of the technical details. So, same idea here. Going against 55 again, you're going to see it's just going to reach. Gets a little over his skis and forces that cutback, gives up the tackle. This happened pretty consistently. I didn't throw in all the reps that I found, but you guys kind of see the point. That's right here again. We're just going to miss our hands. So pretty consistent with what we need to fix in the pass protection game, just happening here in the run game. You can see, but when he keeps his hands tight and inside, same player, 55. Watch him get out there. Hands are inside. You can see those elbows bent inwards. Hands are landing inside on the chest plate, and he's just going to turn and torque him out that way, right there. That's a really good rep. So, I mean, again, the ability's there. It's all about consistency with his hand placement. And then we see some of these athletic blocks. So he's got that 3-tech inside of him lined up right in the B gap. He wants to overtake that inside lane. You see him right there. Just block him down. 93 ends up on the ground. He puts him into the dirt there like that. Another overtake block here. He's going to get inside on 92. And these aren't easy blocks. This isn't even necessarily a 3-tech. He's almost a 2-eye. See that left foot is in line with the guard. So he's got to take a full gap step here. And you see right there, nice and low. You can see how fluid his lower body is. As we get in there, he crosses. I found that a really solid rep. This would have been a really well-blocked play, but 84, the tight end, just doesn't do his job on this one, taking 55 on. See right there, 55 swims him, gets into the lane. But I thought Vincent did a really good job there, and where he had to get out in space or jump a gap to overtake a block or work a double team, I thought he did really good. Here you're going to see him bang down and then get into the second level. Like to see him get a little bit lower when he gets into that second level, but again, working that double team with Ben Cleveland, he's going to bang down and then get into the second level. Good quickness right there, bang, get in, locate. Just needs to stay with his guy. His guy ends up making a tackle there, so that's one of those little things he needs to clean up. Right here, we're going to overtake. Thought he did a good job. Backside linebacker, or safety, I should say. I believe that's Hunter Wohler, a guy that I was obsessed with in the pre-draft process. But again, nice overtake block. I see this. Like, this is athletic movement. He's jumping these blocks really well. You can see him on the backside here. I believe it's Samac or Cleveland. Who is it? What's going to happen here? Yeah, it's going to be Samac. So Samac is going to block 98. And you're going to see Vincent jump. Again, this is more of a 2-eye technique. You can see where that inside or that inside foot is of the defensive tackle. So he's got a full gap step here. You see him come off the snap, and he right there, that helmet is working inside, and he ends up going around Samac's block. Vincent can't really do anything. He kind of runs into that. So it really took away from the athleticism shown there. You see he ends up behind. I don't really blame him for that, but you can see the athleticism in him jumping that gap. And then the last rep we'll take a look at here. Again, getting out in space. This looks like a Ronnie Stanley, play. Just getting out in space. Again, similar to the one we saw earlier where he banged down on the 3-tech and then got into the linebacker. When he gets out in space like this and he lines up a linebacker, he lines him up really well here. He needs to break down and engage a lot stronger because he's going to pop him, but then 54 runs out of the block, right? So that's something that he's going to need to clean up. But overall, a ton of things that I'm very excited about with this young man. I think George Warhop is going to be in his bag working with him. Can't wait to see Game 2, Game 3, and just see that constant, steady improvement. That's the thing I'm most excited about with this kid. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Carson Vinson. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.